folks. It's Salamanca, Mask Up, Crook Nation. So this girl right in the blue is my target. Now, what's interesting, I reviewed this video a couple times, and I'm not quite sure if she's actually dating this guy who's got his arm around her. Because you actually see in this video that I actually put my arm around her and I'm flirting with her, but yet nobody does anything about it. Nobody says, hey, back off or anything like that. So, what happens a lot of times in these social settings is that there's a guy who likes the girl and he has some history with her, even if it's not sexual, but everybody in the group knows that this girl is off limits because Jimmy, let's use this guy as an example, likes this girl. But since Jimmy doesn't necessarily own this girl exclusively, he cannot stop another guy from flirting with her. So I was pretty much unsure if they were dating, but nobody let me know that they were dating and nobody stopped me. So you will see in this video what will transpire.
I'll make it super fun. When you know where you're at, when you know you're at, you know that anything is died like that, and randomly you know what though? You know what though? One thing I think about it is, not as dominant as he used to be. I was like he took out all that. I am so mad at it. That's why I love racing myself. Those stories are funny. I love it now. I know, but I love it.
Now here's actually a very interesting part right here. And so before you actually see her coming up, we actually had a conversation a few minutes before that, and she was letting me know that she had a family in Albuquerque because we were actually there to see the John Jones fight, and he trains out of Albuquerque. So it's funny that she was actually flirting with me before she actually came up to me right now, but I was too focused on the fight, so I kind of told her I would talk to her later. So what happens a lot in these settings, if a girl's attracted to you, what she will do is she will find a way to reconnect with you again. But here's the thing, a woman is aware of the social obligations that she has. So let's use Jimmy again for another example. She cannot overtly disrespect Jimmy because everybody knows that Jimmy likes her. So even if she doesn't like Jimmy, let's say Jimmy's got some social power within the group. The fact that he likes her, and if she goes against the grain, she's liable to mess up everybody's night. So she has to do this without being too obvious, right? And what she has to do is she has to go act like she's talking to one of her other friends. You see her right here. She's shaking and holding him, right? But she's actually using this as a diversion to get close to me. And by me understanding the game, me and her are speaking the same language. But you have to know why women do the things that they do, because 9 times out of 10, 90% of things, it's not random and by accident. So right here I say Albuquerque for the win, and she gets all excited and says Albuquerque, yeah. And really, like, a lot of game is just relatability. It's just relating to the woman and understand that what's important to her, right? And as soon as I said Albuquerque, she's like, yeah, and starts giving me a high five, and then we exchange a hug right here. And so many guys think that they have to go from 0 to 100 real quick, right? They feel as though you know, get a girl to give me a high five and let's go in for a makeout. No, you gradually build up the physical escalation. So start with a hug and then it progresses even further. The funniest part right here, I didn't even notice it before without watching this back a second time, but notice how at the end of the hug, she kind of dips in really close with her shoulder and her body. I didn't even notice that in the first watch, but that's key right there. You know what I'm saying? It's not just the physical escalation the woman gives you, but how she's giving it to you, right? I didn't realize how closely she leaned in her body and how sensual that hug was. And there's a definite difference between a platonic, friendly hug, and then a very sensual hug. And that's what I just witnessed right here, as well as the rest of you. So this right here is key. You notice how I put my arm around her shoulder, and what I'm doing right here is I'm establishing early physicality, right? I'm establishing early that, hey, I'm letting you know that we're not just gonna be friends. I'm not just a random guy at the bar who's just happy to talk to a girl, and maybe you'll give me my number, and maybe I'll get the balls throughout the night, to get physical with you. No, I have the balls right now. I'm the man right now who has knowledge of what game is, has knowledge of what women want, and I'm letting you know right now, I'm not here to just be a schmuck, to be an average Joe that's looking to have a conversation and then never see you again. No, this is your job as a man to push and break down as many physical barriers as you can, allowable in the beginning stages of the interaction. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, you don't even have to kiss a girl, but physicality is important because physicality is what bridges the gap between platonic and sensual.
Are you gonna like get good at fighting? Or because you still gotta pay bills, right? You know what I'm saying? You gotta eat, shit like that. So like I was like, man, like I can do it, but like, alright, so the shift is like 8 a.m. to 12 o'clock at night. And I'm not gonna work. I gotta get a third shift job, right? So if it's at 8 a.m., I can only work like 9 to 5. I only get like 12 hours, right? I fucking do it. I That's all you need to be good, right? Oh my god. I literally like okay, I go to bed 9:30 p.m. Right? I have to work at 8 or 8. My alarm clock goes off at 6:30 and I'm like have you literally moved to like the last like 5 years? You have to like know something. No, yes. I have to leave at 7:45 because I will not make it to work by 8 a.m. So if you leave at 7:45, like you'll be there like I don't know. Yeah. I have to leave. There's more. You know what? I could. I could. You could. Yeah, I know. Really? I'm just gonna be honest with you. It's full of shit. It's all good. What? I am.
Now, if you've noticed by now, you can sort of see the whole group starting to look over here, right? They know what's up. They know that the attraction is building. They know how engaged she is, right? And like I said, I'm not exactly sure if she's dating Jimmy. You know what I'm saying? I don't know even if they are dating or if they have, I don't even know if they're freaking swingers. I don't even know, what I'm saying, that they have any type of rules. Hey, you can't talk to any other guys, or if he allows it, or if he doesn't have the balls to just come to me and be like, yo, back off. I don't know. Nobody said anything yet, but you will see here that eventually what they will try to do is they will kind of exchange looks with each other, and then eventually one of the girls will be like, hey, take a picture with us, right? It's just a random diversion to get her attention away from me. You know what I'm saying? But through observation, I'm not totally sure, but I would venture to say that Jimmy, and you will see the guy who had his arm around her, is just a guy who has a lot of history with her, you know what I'm saying, or likes her a lot, and maybe they've dated and maybe they're trying to rekindle things. I don't know. I really don't know. Usually I have a pretty good idea of what happens, but the reason I have a pretty good idea of the dynamics is because somebody would have said something by now. You know what I'm saying? The dynamics I'm picking up, this Jimmy guy, is just that he likes her. You know what I'm saying? That's all that I know, but you will see how it unfolds here.
No, no, I swear on my life, like, I go to bed at 4 a.m. I'll tell you this. I smoke every night. So I smoke, and then I go to bed by like 9:30. And then I cannot take off by like 6:30.
You're like stuck.
Yeah,
You're like stuck.
it's stuff.
I've been there. I wake up like I'm like, oh my god, holy shit. You got
No,
medical.
no, I don't know what it is.
You don't have medical?
I don't know.
It's good. It's some good shit though, right?
That guy over there.
But it's got
He's
some
got
good
a
shit.
pen. It's good shit. So I like take like 3 breaks and then I go to bed and I cannot wake up by 6:30. Like I cannot. And then so I have to wake up at 6:30. So I try to get in the shower and then I try to work by 8 a.m. and I can't.
So you just like snooze the whole entire time. I'm sorry.
No, it's my own fucking fault. It's my own fucking fault.
Three
No,
days
that
of
you
like
have to
turning
be
down.
What am I supposed to get from Amazon? I don't know what it is. It's like, well, I mean, I don't like need something else constantly. Like, I just like good and then I good and then I don't really care. Like, I can do like one to smoke and then he's good. Like, if I on my ass. I know.
You're on your ass.
Yeah, no, I can't. Like, I'll smoke and I'll just be happy with
Fucking dumb though.
I'll
Alright, how far is it from your house? How far is it away from your house?
like 5 miles.
Like 15 minutes? Like, give or take?
Yeah, in the morning. But it's farther, like, it's far because I go to that's why it takes me forever. Like, I drive and I can't fucking speed because
Really? You're from the top city.
Laura Ray, take a picture.
Now you see right here, the friend steps in and says, Laura Ray, come take a picture, right? But it doesn't matter, you know what I'm saying? Because, typically what I would have done, you know, throughout, that interaction is, you just be like, hey, tell me your number, I'll remember it, right? And that's a little trick that I learned from Julian, you know what I'm saying, how to be inconspicuous and things like that. I didn't get the number this time just because I was enjoying myself so much. I was enjoying the conversation. You know what I'm saying? But typically, if I wanted to press the issue, that's what you would do in the middle of the conversation, right? There was plenty of key moments that I could have asked for the number. You know what I'm saying? But the more that you get in this game, you will actually just find out you enjoy just the dynamics in general, and you're not so thirsty to push for the number or to push for sex because you know that you can do it. You know what I'm saying? So it's not even the fact that I'm stressing about how fast can I get the number if I didn't get the number. The truth is that I've already set an impression on this girl's mind. I've met her friends. I understand that they relatively party in the city that I'm in, that I live in. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm gonna see her again, and I know there's a good chance next time when I see her, she's probably not going to have the horde of all these people around. It might only just be a couple of people. This right here is more of a, it seems like more of a special outing and things like that. And you have to understand, hey, you win to live another day. You know what I'm saying? And when you have this type of energy, you know what I'm saying, it's that much easier to bring a girl home next time you see her because you were so cool, calm, and collective, and you didn't obsess, and you didn't have to get a number because you were confident that the next time you see her, it's gonna be a wrap. So that's why I didn't stress about getting a number because I know that she's not gonna have all the villagers, with pitchforks protecting her next time I see her. And a lot of times when you build up a good interaction like this, the next time you see the girl, it's really an instant pull a lot of the times, because she's got that attraction built up previously and now it has formulated into the next interaction.
What's that?
What time you got?
12:22.
12:22. About 8 minutes. We're gonna hit the club. We're gonna hit club downtown. Can you pull me up? Did you see all the motherfuckers trying to cockblock?
What's that?
Did you see all the motherfuckers trying to cockblock? They kept trying to touch her and try to drag her over.
Oh.
Saw that?
Not sure if I noticed or not.
Tell you a little later.
That freaking blonde is unbelievable.
Oh, she is, ain't she? Hit another club here in a little bit.
Thank you, Kelmus.
And this is powerful, right? Here is the meat of my infield video. So notice this girl in the next coming seconds of the video, she will walk over across from me, right? And then she will totally just turn around, and then you have to apologize to my cameraman, but she will start shaking my hand, right? She's looking for any reason for us to communicate and get physical, right? But she right now what's happening is that she's trying to reestablish connection, whether it's a physical connection, whatever it is, but she's trying to do it without getting busted out. She's trying to do it without going against the grain. You will see how she completely has no reason to walk to where she was besides to have a reason to walk past me and then grab and shake my hand, right? And this is why I say, don't be thirsty. You know what I'm saying? You will get it on the back end. Look how chill I am, right? Look how I went and I talked to other people. It doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? Because I know that I've left an impression on her. You know what I'm saying? I know I will see her again, and I know the power of my interaction, it's going to come back. You know what I'm saying? Anytime you have good game, you have a good interaction, it's going to come to you. You know what I'm saying? This is what, people, the dating coaches and like AMS say, be in abundance. You know what I'm saying? Live in abundance. Right now, I have an abundant mindset. You know what I'm saying? I know that, look, I'm dressed fly as fuck. You know what I'm saying? If I can't fuck her tonight, if the situation doesn't allow that, I'm going to get another girl. Big freaking deal. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter. I'm not concerned about one freaking female, whether I get her or whether I don't, whether she ever comes back again or whether I don't, whether she doesn't, right? I am just freaking out there having a good time, and I know I'm the shit. That's what I'm displaying. So you will actually see all this come to fruition in the next couple seconds. So here is going to be the wrap up of the video. So now you will actually see that the guy, Jimmy, he puts his arm around her, right? She's actually engaged in the conversation between me and this other guy. And before he puts his arm around her, she was talking with us. And then he turns her around, he starts talking to her and hugging her and things like that. I still don't know if they're dating or what the hell the issue is. You know what I'm saying? But either which way, you still see the difference, right? In the very beginning of the video, you will actually see that she left him and then she went over by me, right? And then you see this situation where she, acted like she was going somewhere, turned around and started shaking my hand. And then she was in this interaction, and then he had to grab her by the shoulder, turn around, and start hugging her. So it's really, really difficult. Still venture to say that they're not dating. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's just, because like by now, you know what I mean? Somebody would have said something. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just how it goes. Like, you know what I mean? It's just I don't know. It's a weird one. You know what I'm saying? I typically somebody would have just hinted at it or said something or would have brought up the fact that they're dating or something. Not even if it was to tell me explicitly, hey, back off. But somebody would have said something. You know what I mean? I've never been in an interaction to where all of this has been going on and nobody said nothing when two people were dating. You know what I'm saying? And I want to emphasize that a lot of guys are blown away or pushed away from the fact that they see a guy, having his arm around a girl and things like that. And a lot of times we call these guys chodes, cockblocks. They like the girl and things like that. And they can't stop her directly. But what they can do is they can try to make you believe that the two of them are dating, so you just back off. So what they're gonna do is they're gonna be extra physical. Let's say this this Jimmy guy, my bad, the Chad, cliche, right? This Jimmy guy, just likes her, right? And normally he wouldn't be that physical with her. But the fact that he sees that she clearly is attracted to this guy in this venue, now he's going to turn on the extra physical display, right? Now he's going to get extra physical and act like they're super close, and it could be a diversion to throw me off. You know what I'm saying? To make me honestly question, hey, are they together? And you actually see it now in this video, right? Because I'm actually making this wondering, are they together? Are they not together? What the fuck? You know what I'm saying? But sometimes I can be a little bit more gorilla to where I could just be like, I don't give a fuck if they're together or not. But, just in this setting, I just choose not to go that route. You know what I'm saying? Because, it just really depends. You know what I'm saying? It really depends if I'm just being authentic, right? Um, in this case and scenario, you know what I mean? I just chose just to be, chilled back with it. You know what I'm saying? And whatever happens, happens. It was still relatively early in the night as well. So, but also don't be discouraged, on my final note. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of guys will try this and they will act like they're with the girl just to throw you off.
I'm a huge John Jones. Both cancers, both points alive. He's just not as dominant as what he used to be. Or is he just not as dominant, or is it just the height difference? He was always fighting guys shorter than him. I'm not gonna say that though. His belt fit. He whooped up. Yeah. He's got the same height. Don't touch me. Right. He beat the shit. You know what I'm saying? Anthony's going to dominate. He's fucking dominant. So I feel like Jones didn't put as much effort into this as he should have. Like in the beginning round, he started coming at him. I know that he thought that he was gonna wear on Reyes and Reyes would get tired. But you can't do that. You gotta fight to win. You gotta fight to win. Exactly. Throw in chat.
So at this point, they're all leaving and they're going to Chad's and things like that. I wish everybody a good night and things. And to kind of wrap up this video, this wasn't like a real hardcore infield video. This right here is just for people just to get down the basics and just to know the basics of women's attraction and what they do when they're attracted to you. Like I said, ideally what I would have done in that situation is in the very middle of it, throughout the 5 minutes we're talking, I would have been like, hey, what's your number? I'll remember it, right? And then, I would have, texted her later and things like that. But as you can see, I could have got the number anytime I wanted, but I just didn't go for it, But here's the thing is that you look how normal I'm acting. You know what I mean? It's not super gamey, and I am camouflaging my intentions. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing everything slick. You know what I'm saying? So I want to just end this video by saying you will get it on the back end. I live in a city of 70,000 people, you know what I mean? But that's not even just to bring up a reason of why that I will see her again. It's mostly just to say, look, they said they were going to Chad's. I know where Chad's bar is. Look, they frequent. It's obvious they frequently visit this bar. You know what I mean? I will see this girl again. I'm not concerned with it. So this video is just about how to go about all these different dynamics and to recognize a woman's attraction. See, in her scenario, she couldn't figure out how she was going to have the two of us link up, right? So that would have been my job, you know what I'm saying? And my job was to get that phone number, discreetly. You know what I'm saying? So this is just something that you could take in your arsenal and apply to your daily life.